battle control initialized.
What's up guys, it's Blacken bringing you another RA shoutcast. Today we're still on the old release and there's a new release out there. That's fine, it's gonna take a little bit for games to catch up and get some good games on that new release. And after that starts, and everything will be there. That said, let's get into who's playing in this one. In this kind of pukish yellow, we got RadicalCentrist as Russia. He's the fella from down under, not to confuse with Andrew, of course. He's more of a team gamer. Still a really good 1v1er. Just I don't think he has the time to necessarily join Radical and stuff, but you know, hopefully next season he can. Looks like he's going injury first. At the top, we've already cast him before. It's FazzarX. I like to call him Fozzie for short. Looks like he's playing Russia as well. Map is Jungle Boogie by Pinkthoth. Really like this map. Very interesting like layout with the 4 mine start and then like not a whole lot of eco on your expansions. Looks like Fazzar is going to be very aggressive. Push maybe the power plant first. Meanwhile, RadicalCentrist just going for the engineer first in his backline. That's fine. This is bold. You should probably send at least 1 rifle with it, otherwise that guy might just snipe him before he gets there. It looks like Fazzar is. This is something I kind of told him about. Is a lot of people will just send all these rifles out early, and if they do that, especially on a map like Jungle Boogie where you know it's very close in response, you can just easily snipe a power plant, and that can either win you the game or just severely put your opponent behind. So looks like Fazzar is going to plan that out. At the same time, this engineer is not gonna cap. That's unfortunate for him. Oh, so close. Just RadicalCentrist got his done, and then now Fazzar is going in. Yeah, he shouldn't be too scared of this at all. Like that's 1 rifle. There is no defense coming up, so this power plant's definitely gonna die. Nice sell off there. I shouldn't focus on the kennel. That's not worth it. He should have been, you know, killing these 2 rifles and focusing on the power plant. Looks like RadicalCentrist is pinging his own rifle for some reason. Looks like he's probably an accidental ping, was trying to select or something. I mean, he got a power plant. Not really gonna set RadicalCentrist behind just because he only got the 1. He still could have pushed in and killed those other 2 if I feel like if you really wanted to. You can always sell off that extra ref and be on 1 power plant anyway, so it's not gonna put him too far behind. Looks like he's maybe just about like 5 or 6 seconds behind, which again, not that big of a deal. And then he'll be another, you know, 12 seconds behind when he has to build another power plant. Fazzar on the same time, he's gone for another engineer. This time he's got like a little rifle escort, which is nice. And this guy is RTB. He's back into base, so maybe he's just gonna scout there for a while. I like that Fazzar is coming down here to check to see if he got this oil, and he'll probably just kill it off if he's smart. These oils are, you can kind of retain them, but they're obviously very hard to retain in the early game, maybe like in the mid game after when people aren't paying attention to their oils. But yeah, looks like he's just gonna kill that there, which I totally agree with. I think that's just rifles and an engineer in there, but that oil derrick is probably gonna die before it gets there. Might get some good crushes off, let's see. Gets 2 crushes at the very end. 2 more. Oh, needs to stay off the road. Oh, that's a lot of crushes. Oh, all but 2 of those rifles are dead. That's definitely some effective crushing. A little bit of luck there, but you know, being on the road just makes your APC go that much faster, and that does make a difference. Not necessarily like the % chance to crush, but you know, being able to move to the next cell quicker can make a difference. That was really good value there. Yeah, it looks like he's up 2,500 to 500, so you know, it's the early game, so it's not terrible, and I mean, the army values are pretty similar, but as you can see, like that difference right there, 2,000 is about the difference there. Like RadicalCentrist is up to 5 harvesters, and Fazzar is also at 5 harvesters. You still got that engineer, which, you know, for late game, you do want to go ahead and secure that bridge with an engineer, repair it, and then take those gems, because gems on this map are huge. Since the eco on this map is relatively small at these, then, you know, having those gems, which kind of act like 1.83, I think is the math I worked out on gem mines, is, you know, it's just a huge advantage. That rifle is gonna die, but that at least lets Fozzie know that, hey, that build derrick was being captured. Sometime he's not heavily armored here, but he's got plenty of rockets, and this APC might snipe a rocket 2 in the back. this dog's definitely gonna get a snack, that's for sure. Oh, he's pulling back. Okay, that works out. He could send the dogs in if he really wants to. That'd be a really good snack for it. RadicalCentrist's MCV is already out. Looks like Fazzar was a little bit ahead, and that's probably just because of where his war factory was. This one was going down there instead of up. Oh, but this is going to be a nice little grab. That MCV isn't going to be in trouble, but it should get away. There's a lot of rockets here. Unfortunately, that flak went down, and these guys are going to get caught on a move order. Fazzar saying, "Oh, yeah, that was a good little trap." Quickly lost a lot of value there. So once again, he's really down here. This is really significant. 7,000 to 1,300. Anything over like half is very hard to come back, and then anything over that is, you know, just almost impossible to come back on. It is still early, so, you know, 6,000 difference is not the biggest deal. I mean, there's 6,000 differences in, you know, when things are like at 50k, and that's not that big at all, but right now it's definitely pretty big. All this army is pretty much unopposed. There's a little bit here. If you can get it like a good flank or good angle on this, then maybe we'll find. We'll have to see. It's gonna lose that refinery for sure, and it looks like RadicalCentrist is just gonna pull this back. I'm really used to RadicalCentrist playing in like a red, so this puke yellow is kind of throwing me off. People want to call him something else, but he should pull all these units back, especially with that flame tower there. Yeah, he's gonna lose all that with the tank, but the tank's really what he wants to save there anyways. And looks like Fazzar is gonna go ahead and claim that bridge and repair it, and then he'll be able to. Here, tank somewhere. Ah, there it is. Oh, he's already got one harvester. That second harvester might get away just because this tank isn't. Oh, no, I don't think it's gonna get away. That tank going down. That's unfortunate for him. One last shot. Yeah, 2 harvesters for a heavy tank. Definitely worth it. It looks like actually this heavy tank's gonna get away anyways. But Fazzar definitely being aggressive with these tank flanks. He really only has the one tank protecting his army right now. So, you know, if RadicalCentrist decided to use these tanks to not be defensive and use it with here, that could be really good. That's okay. He's probably gonna get this tank. This tank's gonna get away. And Fazzar's sending out this little flank right here, which is really nice. RadicalCentrist should be prepared for it since he does have this there, and he's even placed in flame towers. So as long as he's on top of it, which looks like he is. Oh, he needs to get that tank in front though. That's good. It's actually going to cut off this reinforcements. The harvester's going to die. That's unfortunate. But yeah, he's doing a decent cleanup there. He's got to be careful with this harvester because he is going to be low eco. Looks like that tank got up there, got cleaned up, and as you can see, the army value is starting to swing more closely, evened out. It's only a 5,000 difference now, which again at these army values is kind of significant, but not the biggest deal. Another harvester goes down, and that fortunately was on the repair pad, and that's unfortunate for him, but this little flank right here could be really good late game, especially if Fazzar remembers it. I know he has a smaller screen, and it can be difficult to remember all your units there when you're not seeing the whole map. Looks like Fazzar is also quickly transitioned to tier 2, so I guess after that best of 11 he maybe feels more like a tech player or sees the really advantage in it. I definitely think that's a really smart case. Another tank over here is going to push that Harv off for now, and I mean even that one rocket is not a threat to a heavy tank. He can just target that and he'll kill it just fine. It looks like RadicalCentrist may have seen that the bridge got repaired and he's going to send some over there. That's always smart. That's how you can check. I don't think it should be like that. This should probably be frozen under fog, but as it is right now, it's always important to know when a bridge gets repaired. Another harvester going down here, so yeah, he's down to 4 harvesters. It looks like he just placed a refinery somewhere. That's really significant at this time of the game, especially if Fazzar having 8. He's going to have much more eco earned. It's only about 4,000, 5,000 now, but give it another 5 minutes, that's going to be a lot bigger. Heard look V2 get a decent shot over there, and he should probably just destroy this bridge. You got the army there, just destroy it. That's gonna make Fazzar not be able to just quickly respawn to it. Ooh, flamethrowers coming out. Okay. Oh, and the APC gets crushed. So this APC has been alive since early game, and it's already vet 1, which is nice. Unfortunately, this guy missed this attack, but looks like that tank was out of position, and Fazzar cleaned it up pretty good. So yeah, he's actually ahead of RadicalCentrist and destroyed loss count now, so there's another medium or heavy tank somewhere. Looks like it's this one back here, but shouldn't get a harvester. This harvester, on the other hand, might die. Oh, it's definitely gonna die. Oh, maybe not. It's definitely gonna live. I'm wrong. He should definitely repair that harvester. Oh, this one almost dies too. That's very close. This is a lot of flamethrowers right here, and this is gonna be a pretty effective attack, I think. Like Fazzar's V2s and everything's all down there, so. Unfortunately, this tanks are a little out of position right here. He's gonna lose all of his infantry corps, but Fazzar on the other hand too, his tanks are also in the back. He's got the radar down there and a harvester, which is nice. Going for the SD2, he should be able to clean that up. This one random player, I don't know how he got there, but he actually might kill a V2. Oh, that V2 managed to kill it. Yep, got the SD. He should retreat those tanks back. Looks like there's another attack on his eco right here, and this is probably the majority of RadicalCentrist eco right now. And these mines are almost mined out, so losing this kind of sucks for him, but this over here got cleaned up. He should have retreated those tanks, but it's okay. He got the radar and the SD, which is pretty nice. He knows that Fazzar is tier 2, so he should probably be thinking about going tier 2 now. It looks like he is already ahead of it, which is great. You can't really stay tier 1.5 for a long time if your opponent's tier 2, especially if they're good. They'll pick you apart. Oh, that tank's behind his infantry. That could have been bad. Fazzar low power. Always common with Tesla coils. Got to make sure you have that extra power before you place them. They're super useless if they're just like that. RadicalCentrist should not be pushing in there. He's kind of stuck because his MCV's here, which is, you know, not where it wants to be. He should probably think about going to the gems. This is definitely under Fozzy's control. And the thing is like, if you are Fozzy in this position and you take this, you know, coming here is really effective, and it's not that hard just to come and flank from behind too. So this is a really hard position for him to hold. It looks like Fazzar scouted out this other MCV over here, so yep, he's gonna have an army coming over. This MCV is gonna be fine. I don't think RadicalCentrist really has a whole lot of army value actually right now. Yeah, 14 to 22, so it looks like he either forgot to pill or maybe he just doesn't have the barracks number to keep his stuff up. 3 Aks aren't enough to kill at MCV, but these 2 V2s, oh, barely survives. This guy, he's gonna be able to clean that up anyways. Now that the Aks are out of ammo, he can run away. Another heavy tank down there. Yep, that's gonna be more than enough. That flame tower might be able to trade out evenly. That looks like he got 500, 600, but oh, that's not enough. And it looks like he force fired anyways, so not sure what happened there. Maybe a yak crash? Was like it. Yeah. RadicalCentrist is gonna be able to clean this up now. There's not a whole lot here. I mean, that Tesla is gonna do a good number, and if these tanks come in at a bad angle, then he'll lose a lot more than he needs to. But he should be fine, especially with the yak, and he can scout. Yeah, oh, that's gonna get cleaned up, and unfortunately his SD is gonna go down again too. That yak will be able to clean that MCV up. One more pass. Yep, and all that's gonna go down for Fazzar right there. There's another attack building right here, and yeah, there's not a whole lot for RadicalCentrist here, but it's really only just a refinery there. That's not a big deal at all. Yeah, he's gonna send those down there, which is nice, but he needs to pull all of his forces up here, because if this hits his main, then he's gonna be in trouble. It's got with the one flak out. Oh, and it goes down instantly. That's unfortunate. You usually need like 3 or 4 to start being effective. Oh, we're losing 2 yaks there. That's not great. Didn't even kill a power plant. So yaks are really hard. They have that minimum fire distance. I think it's like 3 cells, so you really have to like swing wide when you want to do an attack. I think that's why a lot of the times they're ineffective against like sweeping blobs like that, is because one unit survives their minimum range and then they get stuck on that target and have to fly over. So if you have like 3 or 4, you can usually clean up a blob, but you know, your best target is if they're in like a long line, kind of like this, and just come from that side. If RadicalCentrist can get these tanks in front, I think he can take that engagement. Looks like Fazzar is going to back off, which is probably smart. No Tesla tanks out yet, and no tier 3 either. Definitely should be seeing it. This game's gone on for about 14 minutes, and considering how quickly Fazzar went up to tier 2, I'm surprised he hasn't gone to tier 3 yet. Oh, his testicle goes down, but huh, that was weird. It's like it got 2/3 of its damage. actually managed to kill that tank. That's interesting. He's gonna go ahead and snipe out the friend, which I think is a good choice. No reason to sniping that Tesla coil when you can just kill the ref and deny all that gem eco. Big army here. I think there's gonna be an engagement, I think. Fazzar's gonna have the better angle. The problem is his tanks are in the back. He needs to wait. He needs to get those tanks in the front. Yep, he's trying to. But he revealed his attack, and I think this is actually gonna go really bad for Fazzar. He's got more in the infantry corps, but they're all stuck in the back. Oh, that was a good, really good yak crash, though. Yeah, I think it's close. You know, these yaks seem to be really good. Yeah, that was really close. I definitely think RadicalCentrist traded out a little bit better, especially since he still has a tank live and Fazzar's retreating. So maybe we'll see that on a Rager or a caution later. Ooh, tank flank down here. Got 3 harvesters, 4 harvesters. So that's once again that's majority of RadicalCentrist eco. Still hasn't got the gems yet, and that's kind of killing him. If you know your opponent got the gems, you should definitely get the gems. Even just long distance mining this, you know, it's not that bad. These 2 tanks go down, but you know, 4 hards for 2 heavy tanks, definitely worth it in the long run, even if it is extra hards at this rate. Take a look at the eco graphs. Looks like Fozzie's still ahead, and that's probably just the gems. Combat. Yeah, that swing and army value definitely was huge here. You know, once again, it's close to double. And RadicalCentrist is going to be coming up here. Tank's going to go down, unfortunately, but you know, once the tank's down and that flame tower's down, it's not that big of a deal. And that was a really good cleanup of yak. Another refiner going down here. Looks like the first paradrops got used. There's no parabombs because they're both Russia, but that's okay. Yeah, RadicalCentrist is finally going to attack this corner. And yeah, this is probably like $10,000 worth of gems right there, so that's a huge momentum swing. Yeah, he's aware of it since he had, you know, the rockets there. Oh no, are they going to get the engineer? They shouldn't. But it's going to be close. Oh, his own guys got it. Oh, that's unfortunate. You know, it's not going to matter too much in the grand scheme of things, but that could have caught him a lot quicker. Nice little flak back and clean up that paradrop. And looks like RadicalCentrist is just kind of chilling in his base. I'm not sure where his whole army is. Looks like it's majority just yaks. I really like that he's sniping off these refiners. It's definitely keeping Fazzar on the back foot there. I mean, you know, harvs are a little bit more important, but not having this quick access to all these mines is definitely slowing down. And but really only has this right now, and that's his only moneymaker. And looks like RadicalCentrist, 2 engineers somehow. I know how that happens. That happened to me on this map too. You just click one and then you don't see where it went, and you go, all right, well, let's build another one, and then suddenly you find both. He's gonna go for another yak raid over here. Fortune is probably gonna use these yaks just from the 1, 2. This one, oh, the yak crash is actually gonna kill that harvest, the refineries. Is gonna trade out the 3rd yak for it, but honestly, at this rate, you know, Fazzar is really struggling there. He's being smart and building a bunch of refs again, which is kind of how this map works. This attack not on RadicalCentrist's radar. He's way over here. Fortunately, he shouldn't lose these flaks. He's gonna need them. There is a 4 yak pack, and this is gonna have a really good attack angle right here. He's gonna lose the radar. He's gonna lose the airstrip too, probably, but yeah, those yaks got a lot. He's gonna lose all 4 of them, unfortunately, but oh, we shouldn't lose that MSV. That should have been packed up a long time ago. If there's gonna be a counterattack over there, I mean, that's an SD. You should grab that while you can. Yeah, good job. Yeah, he's gonna lose a lot to these flame towers just because that tank's out of position. Yeah, they're getting a lot of value there. This refinery's definitely gonna go down again, and RadicalCentrist is just kind of content to let that happen. Should probably be building another MCV right now. Just like he's just building tanks. You definitely need more than 1 MCV on this map at all times. See how those gems have been doing for him. Yeah, he's actually overtaken Fazzar and Eco, so losing all these refs with the axe and those gems are definitely making a difference there. Ooh, Bad conga line right here. Yeah, if he just slowly walks in, he'll be able to attack and not be seen there. Oh, he's gonna get the radar too. So once again, Fazzar is gonna be reset on a tech level. I think he's not building in a service depot, so his refractory is just gonna be idle for a long time. Oh, this actually might live. Yeah, it's definitely gonna live. There's a lot of assets there. Fazzar looks a little bit in trouble now. I think those eco raids really hurt him, and he overextended. And RadicalCentrist just been really good at, you know, keeping harassing him and not letting him just get back to his expansion. A little bit ahead. It's pretty much even in destroyed loss. That tank, nah, it's gonna get away. But I mean, that's fine. I think RadicalCentrist is more than happy to kill that heart, especially if you can get killed before it drops off. Yeah, those flame towers really burst down really quick. This little attachment's gonna go down, but it looks like they traded out not terribly. Oh, and then another little flank there. He's gonna get the MCV too, because it looks like Fazzar forgot about it. And yeah, there's 2-2 back for him. And Fazzar is not on SD, but he's still got the radar, so he's gonna be building V2s, which I agree with. It's really fine. Gets that MCV, which is nice, and he's got these yaks, so he should be able to hunt down this army. You can probably just attack move that. You might use one lack, but you know, it's safe enough. Oh, doesn't lose a single yak there. That's really good. Unfortunately, he doesn't have that SD, so he can't repair that. But yeah, he needs to not overcommit and send this whole army. Just send a few, you know, rockets here and a few rockets here, and then maybe something up here in case he goes on a long flank. Looks like RadicalCentrist took that back at some point, and I completely missed that. But he's been on 2 ORA Ladders or 3 ORA Ladders for a while, so that's actually been helping him in his eco too for a while. Ooh, big attack here, and that E2 wastes a shot. It's gonna die anyways. I think this might be a problem for Fazzar. It's got this little flank over here going on, but that's not a big deal. And like, once again, his army was out of position trying to chase down these tanks, so this attack on the front is gonna be much more effective than it could have been. Although these tanks should probably come over here and help. Yeah, crash misses. Tanks just killing infantry is always funny. Yeah, he's gonna lose these 2 tanks, and he probably shouldn't have. This army's been sitting here for a while. Like, he's worried about losing his ref over there, but you know, this is the important part. He's only gonna get the airstrip and advanced power plant before that arm gets cleaned up, so that could have gone a lot better. Army value pretty much close. You know, a little bit in Fozzie's favor, but you know, with these 2 tanks dying, that's actually going to be pretty much even again. Let's see where RadicalCentrist's army is. Doesn't have a whole lot actually. It's, oh, it looks like he lost another Harv over here. This one got pulled away. But yeah, that's like the majority of his army right there, and I don't know how you can stop this. This might have swung back into Fozzie's favor. These 2 testicles would be good, and the flame towers are going to be really good too. Oh, he needs that yak. Oh, and it goes down. That's fortunate. Yeah, this is going to be really hard for him to hold. I think he needs to save the harvesters and retreat that MCV for sure. He's going to lose his radar, which is, I guess, is a really bad day to be a radar dome in this map. It's probably the 4th or 5th one that's gone down. Loses the airstrip again. Advanced power plant goes down. He's still in good power, so that's fine. These flaks can kind of just poke away at that army on the retreat, which they should be doing, but so he's worried about that heavy tank. But you know, if Fazzar wants to lose that heavy tank trying to save that army, then you know, that's more than happy to be taken, in my opinion. That testicle is going to kill that little infantry detachment there, and that tank's probably just going to get away because of that attacker. Nope, they got a target fire on there. That's good. Yeah, that one tank will be able to kill it. Should probably pull those off, so you get, you know, better force here, because this army is very dangerous. It's got the 2v2, so with really good micro, that'll kill a lot here. There is 4 flaks, which, you know, does counter this composition pretty well, but that one tank can scare them off. Fazzar pretty much broke. He's gonna get a decent amount of income boost once he reestablishes there, but he's gonna have to go back here and establish there again. Looks like RadicalCentrist not quite broke, and he's building a refinery. He's probably gonna be replaced here. Oh, Fazzar gonna go down here. And okay, I get it, you know, but you know, this is where the majority of your opponent's assets are. This is kind of where you always want to attack, especially with large armies like this. Like, if you want to kill this, send maybe like a V2 and maybe the heavy tank and a few rockets rifles, just enough to do it, and that way you can counter pressure somewhere else. Ooh, that MCV is in a little bit of danger right here. It looks like it deploys, but you know, he pretty much can't move it until those flaks get dealt with, and if they just stay out of vision, then it's very easy to jump on that MC and kill it. Oh, he's got a wider flank right here, but it's probably just to attack here. I don't see it coming all the way back here. That would be quite impressive. RadicalCentrist is going to come down here and see that the gem mine is not reclaimed yet, and he did place that refinery over there, so it's going to be, once again, in better economic order. Testicle's going to snipe that last tank. That's really important. That's the last armor of this down, and those V2s are not going to be tanking. These flaks could actually be really good. As long as they don't stop moving when they attack, and they just kind of kite around, then they'll be really good. They'll be able to kill the V2s, all that infantry, without taking a whole lot of damage. This is quite the big attack here, and I don't think Fazzar is really prepared for it. Yeah, he's going to move these, and there's no rockets there, so all this is going to die. This might be GG's. This is kind of what I meant by attacking your opponent's main is really good. All the power is here, the war factory's here. You know, there's decent amount of eco here. Yeah, there's nothing really to stop this. And that's a lot of tanks, a lot of infantry, and there's flamethrowers too, so they're even going to do it really fast. Same time, looks like that's about to there, but yeah, RadicalCentrist is prepared, so I think once this base goes down, Fozzie going to be in real big trouble, and once this attack goes down, he's going to call GG. Decent V2 shots there. See if his own V2 shots are good, but there's no real good targets there. He's even got a third V2 yet. Fazzar is definitely in trouble here. Two more decent flame V2 shots. The front is going to go down. That's not really a big deal. That arm's going to go cleaned up. And he's going to retreat, but, you know, he lost the majority of his army there. Meanwhile, this is, yeah, he's just cleaning up the rest of his base. He's even going to go down here, which is really smart. I mean, here would be better, because this is where the last of his tech is, but, you know, this is more like the economic path, I guess. That army got cleaned up with the help of the flak, I'm sure. That last little bit's cleaned up there. Fazzar is broke. Yeah, it's the gem mine, Fazzar. You did kill a lot of cars, but he constantly expanded backwards, and I kind of wish he had to go on this map. Just got to keep doing it. And I mean, RadicalCentrist was doing the same to you. He's just killing refineries, and it's, you know, it's not as effective, but that's pretty much where the difference is. So that was well played by RadicalCentrist. He it looked bleak for him a few times, and this game definitely went back and forth. I was really excited for it. Sad that we didn't see any Tesla techs since they were both Russia, but you know, those are still a little overpowered, so wouldn't be surprised if they don't get to see them often. 80, 18, 58, 50 versus 179, 550. So, you know, that's a 10K difference right there, which is, you know, $1,000 in bounties, which is going to help you with your eco. RadicalCentrist's eco was also about 10K, so that's 20K more army value, or more, you know, advantage in numbers that he had over there. So yeah, Fazzar, you were pretty good at doing his eco for a while, but you know, as you can see going into that game, this was like the only spot of RadicalCentrist that he didn't have. You know, he kept this for the majority of the game, and you know, those 4 mines are pretty big. This one he kept pretty well too. It got lost a few times, and then this one, and then the gem mine really, you know, he lost it the one time and then instantly went back to it. So Fazzar, on the other hand, he tried to retain this, but I think he lost it like 3 or 4 times, and you know, he was constantly losing this. This one he retained pretty well. His main base he retained pretty well until that very end, but, and I guess, yeah, this is pretty important too. I'm not sure when this got captured, but like this and this were pretty much captured since what, minute, you know, 2 or 3. So in a 27-minute game, $400 a minute, that's quite a significant advantage there. So Fazzar, that's really what the answer was. Don't forget to kill these, or you know, if you want to be sneaking, back half them like you did here. These will make all the difference in a long game like that. So I'll see y'all next time.